that that's never something that he thought about, ever, really. He thought about, and I'm not sure what sophistication he considered ideas about science, but all the magazines were filled with telescopic views of lunar surfaces or microscopic discoveries, all the like Scientific American Life look. I'm dating myself with what I just rattled out. But he was fascinated with that. And in his journals, he wrote about things like making jam and watching as the material coagulated and grew and made patterns and changed and transformed itself. And if you look at his paintings, you'll see that kind of patterning. Now, during that project, we engaged now late noted scientist Benoit Mandelbrot, who was the big daddy of fractal theory and all of that idea of repetition. So that's how he interpreted Kupka. So it's a little bit when Frey describes this migration from Korea to the States, back to Korea, cultural migration or intellectual migration. So I had an aha moment tonight with Kupka, like, oh, wait a minute, I've tread across this plane before, and maybe that gave me a little bit of a hook to understand this very dense and rich glimpse at how artists think, what inspires the artist. And so with that, that's my little introduction. I want to return to the conversation that Anil and Carol and I began last week and just asked two fundamental questions. Why do you make art? And how do you make your art? With that, hope you don't have dinner plans. That's only the first question. So who wants to start? Why? Is it why or how and why?
I think why? Is this on? Why? It should be louder. Why? I think, well, I remember an aha moment I had when I was at the Corcoran, and I had 3 kids, husband, life was really faster than me. And I remember while I was painting, I thought, what a great vehicle for learning this is. I love painting, I love the chemistry of it, but mainly I remember that moment where I thought, this is what I want to do the rest of my life, because I can take in information while I paint, and that's what I've done.
Describe, because I think it might surprise people, how do you take in information while you paint?
I listened to it in the 80s, it was books on tape. It was the radio. It's taking in information, and I think what that does is it allows part of my conscious brain about painting to relax, so that the painting becomes almost a kind of meditative experience once decisions are made. Because while I'm making, or when I've done realism, I can't listen to anything. I'm like clearly on the reality of it. But the painting that Frey showed, and most of my painting, really I suspend the conscious painting, and I'm just taking in science, physics, brain information. I don't do anything with it except be inspired. It inspires me as a human being.
Anil, are you listening to books on tape?
No, as we discussed the other day, I don't get any information about song because it would be very distracting for me. With the painting that was shown belongs to my most recent series, Ram the Raza. And the paintings were created as a form of meditation, so I listened to a particular mantra, and it's on a tape. and it's on a loop, so it plays for the entire duration that I'm painting. So it could be about 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours. So the music and the sound then becomes white noise, as we were talking about, but it helps me focus. And we were also talking about another aspect is evoking memory. So while I'm listening to all of this, I'm going back in time to a particular place, a person, a smell, pretty much like Proust with the melody. And then the conscious part comes in to decide, well, what do I want to portray? And then you go about methodically figure out whether you want to use geometry or figuration. But then while you're doing the painting, I am not conscious of anything else other than the act of marking. So it's very different from probably Carol and from Phil.
This notion of memory, I wish Carol would talk about that, because I found after we had our coffee and our discussion, that was one of the things that really struck me about both of your practices. That this system, you said you developed a system, or this mark making, that somehow in the midst of this repetitive, routine activity that you've learned so well, that memories, very deep memories, are ascending to the surface.
Right. Memory is, and I do create a system, a process, so that I can just go into the studio and begin the process. I'm not always listening to things.